fine. So we have both, I believe, Shakti and Manju. As I said, we will not be able to interact more because it's more descriptive. It's not an exercise or something, right? But still, what we would do is like, I will, like yesterday, I'll chip in and then ask some questions and stuff like that. So let's go on to what we have been speaking. See, we have been talking about speaking, right? So speaking is an what do you call and skill based on which because this is what it will show you whether you have the language ability or not. Simple, right? Any language, and especially for English, as I keep saying, English is like, in our country, it is something really big. Why? The reason why it is really big is like in corporate, because we all the states have another language, which is their mother tongue. We don't use this much. We are more comfortable in our mother tongue, but we also have this language, which is suddenly when you go into a corporate world, this becomes the language of the hour. So the point here is like speaking. So your ability sometime, right? It's also based on how you speak, right? And as we say, no, if someone is rich, how do we know if they are rich? What they wear, what they drive, or the house they live in, or the restaurant stuff. So it shows that, but there are some like could be Sudha Murthy, Emphasis, Narayan Murthy's wife, right? And she's very humble. She has all the money, but she will not show that off, right? So the point is like, but again, for judging someone in terms of language, the stuff is like how they speak, right? So that is one thing. So speaking is a big thing. So speaking in our company as well, if you see during the meets, right, whether it's a DNext meet or a non-DNext meet, or whether it's a team meet and stuff like that, but you can get away with your local language most often than not. But you have to speak to someone who's from other center, right? How do you other center from not within Tamil Nadu, maybe a Kapu center. I'm talking about Desi Crew stuff, right? So this is what it is. So speaking is very important. So we did a few things yesterday. So the first thing I said about yesterday is like, see, if you're not serious about English, then you can forget it. You can focus on something else. So when I say serious, it is a long-term measure. Because see, all the grammar, all the language, all the fluency, all the knowledge of the word, how you speak, how you express, right? Like imagine your mother tongue. Did it happen over time? Or maybe within a couple of weeks or a month's time? No. It's over a period of time it has happened. So similarly, English is something, we can be at any scale. We could be a beginner, we could be an intermediate, we could be a little bit advanced as well, but we want to probably focus on other aspects, maybe do an event management, stuff like that. So everything is like, it depends on the scale where you are, right? The scale where you are. So the point is like, if someone is on the beginners thing, right, and they don't want to put this effort, they want to put only for a minimum period of time and get away with that, it's not going to work. It's a long-term effect, and that is what I said. And also it's a long haul. So you, first of all, it starts with your mind, right? I really want to improve, right? You have plenty of opportunity which you can improve, right? Then the next thing which we spoke about, get away from the mother tongue, comfort of mother tongue, right? Mother tongue is there at office when we are. So if you have some colleague, speak to them in this particular language, right, and talk to them in English. And you could have people at home as well whom you can use it buddies. So today the stuff which we are going to talk about, I explained a little bit this yesterday, right? What is buddies? I explained this. So buddies could be like, buddies is someone, he's my buddy, like mate, crewmate, right? He's my mate or she's my mate. So similarly, buddies is someone who's your for this particular purpose, language purpose, learning purpose, they are your buddies, right? Ideally, how it is done is like, especially in a training environment, which I explained yesterday, the trainers identify the buddies, and they align them with another one with whom they feel that they can learn, or they probably, there could be someone who is good in English but not very confident, right? And you put a confident person with them, right? And somewhere down the line, that confidence can brush on to this particular individual. This English skill can brush on to that, right? So that is what it is. It's very, very famous stuff which is used in language. So speaking buddies. So identify your speaking buddies. at office, at center, at home, anywhere. And this will do wonders, right? As I said yesterday, you may not prefer to speak the entire day in this language, which is English, because you will not be comfortable, isn't it? Because the way I can speak in Tamil or Kannada, right, I may not be able to do that, maybe whatever skill level you are. So maybe keep a short period of time. If you're able to do it a longer period of time, great as well, right? So these buddies could be at your home as well. As I said yesterday, it could be your husband, it could be your wife, it could be your daughter, like I explained yesterday. Okay, and I don't want to name, but the senior staff in Kapu, her daughter used to train her, right? And there are so many examples where husband, wife, or maybe brother, sister, right? They were the helping hands, right? When it comes to free speech or speaking and stuff like that. So use them as a tool, right? Use them as a tool which will accelerate your learning. So speaking buddy is a fabulous thing. Identify a lot of speaking buddies in your office, right? When we go to office, when you're at cafeteria, hey, how was your day yesterday? I didn't see you for a long time. How are you doing? So today the coffee is not that great, isn't it? So these kind of a thing, simple thing, right? So you can start with, right? And so how was this movie which you saw yesterday? Was it good? Right? And so there was a very anticipated movie by Shankar, which there were so many reels like it was not good. So you want to talk about that particular movie? Talk about that particular movie and talk in English, right? What went wrong? Right? What do you think it was not good? Right? What was there in that Indian earlier version which was not there in this version? So get into that kind of groove. So unless and until we get into practice, see, if I want to be Virat Kohli, it's not like every day I can get up from the bed and go and play in the on the ground, right? So you need to practice. There are a lot of things which happens behind, right? And so Olympics is happening. I know. So a little bit of story building as well. Olympic is going on now. See, Hussein Bolt. I hope you all know who's Hussein Bolt, the listeners and all. If you don't, let's check. Let's check. No. So let's go to whom? Shakti, do you know who's Hussein Bolt? Very famous. I said Olympic sports person. Fantastic. What does he specialize on? Which particular race? Very good, fantastic. He has, I think, run 200 as well, but not too much, but under. Very good, fabulous. See, so Hussein Bolt and Lakshya Sen very narrowly missed the bronze medal as well. India is in hockey semi-final. Let's see how they do. We got just 3 bronze so far. So the point is, like, somebody asked Hussein Bolt, right? Somebody asked Hussein Bolt, Hussein Bolt, see, for you, they go to where he practices, right? That is the ground where he is practicing somewhere. He's from Jamaica, West Indies, they call it, no? Island, group of island, it's called West Indies. So Jamaica. So there's a ground and there's a reporter who's asking question. So Hussein, you say this is your real what do you call effort, and running in Olympic is easy. So that's a question. The reporter, he says no. He says yes. This is the real stuff. This I do every day, right? This I do day in day out. This I'm thinking about it. This I have the team who is helping me out, right? This is something which happens every day. Running that race in Olympics or any other event is easy. The reason why it is easy is like because I'm putting so much of efforts here, that becomes easy. So the point I'm getting to is like what we do to speak very well in a meeting. It all depends on how you are doing this kind of practice outside that particular meeting on a daily basis, on the long run, right? If somebody really want to see, as I said, no, if we are not learning the language in a proper way, in terms of language, in terms of a lot of other things, it will be difficult. It's not impossible, but it can be done. So that is what it is. So speaking buddies, I think that is what it was there, this poster topic as well, speaking buddies. So identify them, right? There are plenty at your office, right? There are many who speak really good language in all the centers, right? And talk to them in English, right? And don't. So now the question will arrive is like there are a lot of things. So I'll talk about that. So the next point is like And you can also listen to, suppose you can't make them your buddy. For example, our CEO when he speaks, right? Or maybe our HR head, right? When she speaks, you can't say that to them, okay, you become my buddy and stuff like that. So when they speak in this particular language, so you can monitor them also, you can listen to them, right? Listen to them how they are speaking, right? What is the choice of word, what is the question being asked, and how they are able to respond, how they are able to answer. So you'll not be able to do very immediately, but that is a learning curve, right? I keep saying the baby stuff. The baby is learning after it comes from mother's womb. It's a learning curve throughout the life, but initial stages when the language and the body and maybe the walking and everything is observation, the ear and stuff like that. So similarly, you can observe. So this observation can happen at office. Someone who's speaking well, observe, see, choice of word. Unless and until you're tuned to them, it will not happen. Then the next point is like it can be outside office as well. Suppose I would definitely say watch some good news channels, Indian news channels, where they don't have knife in the hand to kill each other. So don't go into those kind of loud channels. Good discussion, right? Where you call a guest, you ask a question, then how does the guest answer? You ask them a tough question, how does the guest answer, right? So these are the things which you can. The more and more you observe, the more it is going inside, it is sinking inside, and right. So this is where the focused thing will help you. So this is a great thing. You can observe some listeners who are good in that, and so somewhere down the line it will brush on to you as well. So now this is where it is, the speaking buddy. Suppose you identify a speaking buddy, you might be thinking, okay, I will make some mistakes, right? People will make fun of me. Definitely people will make there are people who are there who will do what they want to do. It is quite often quite normal, isn't it, in school, right? We would have been a part of it as well in college, or maybe in other life as well, or maybe in our life as well, or right. So definitely so if you start worrying about that, you will not be able to do anything in life, right? So you should be very determined in what you want to do, right? So don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes will happen, definitely it will happen, right? And don't be shy. Don't think that what other people are thinking, other people may not be thinking anything, right? You're only thinking. So have a clear mind and make small short effort. I know when we have done that in the previous places and all, people make fun. Hey, what man, you're talking in English, what right? All these things they will say, right? So but you say, they see, I'm learning, right? I'm trying to learn, and he speaks well or she speaks well. So we have gotten kind of an engagement where, or maybe arrangement where we will speak at least for this half an hour in English. So that's what I'm doing. You should also do, right? Because you are also on the same boat. So you can tell that person, if that person is also, maybe you can encourage the other person as well, right? So that is what it is. So don't be afraid of, don't be shy, don't be afraid of mistakes. So mistakes is the only way how it's a learning, a stepping stone for success. So that is something you can keep in your mind. So next is like, but mistakes meaning avoid repetitive mistakes, right? So this is what happens, right? While speaking, while writing, and a lot of things. If suppose you are under a guidance of a trainer, the trainer tells, no, this is how it is, this is how it is. Get into the detail why it is like this, right? Why I can't speak like this, why it has to be spoken like this, why I can't use it singular, why I have to use this like, right? And why I can't write like. So this is what it is. Somebody is able to help you with that, right? Great. Or if you discover, and that is what I say, we keep saying, come to Detach. Detach is specifically meant for these kind of sessions where you will get hand-on training with a lot of things with which you can eliminate a lot of stuff from your thing, at least 40% of the minimum thing, which is very, very required in this particular language. So you can, so repeated mistakes only can be avoided if you put that stuff in your head, right? So this is a mistake, I need to do this way, right? If you see, there are a lot of other points, right? And I'm going to add to this list as well. And so another very interesting thing is like, I already have important phrases as well, right? So there are a lot of important phrases, several handy ready to use phrases, which I use some of them. So that is an interesting thing we will do. So I thought, okay, well, let's dedicate this week to entire week to the speaking itself. So if you have a look at this, these are something which is coming up later in the week. It is already ready, so we will discuss some of this. Right. So great. So I think we have come to an end of this particular thing. So uh, Shakti did answer one of the questions. So what do you think, uh, Manju? Do you think speaking buddies will help? Have you tried ever?
Yes, yesterday itself
Yesterday you tried.
uh,
Where you tried? With whom you tried?
sorry, sorry, sir.
Where you tried? With whom you tried?
Hello. With my daughter, sir.
Oh yeah, yeah. With your daughter, you have said. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yesterday itself I said.
Yeah, yesterday.
That's why I tried to.
Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic, fantastic. So how old is your daughter?
it's 9, sir.
She is 9.
She's 9. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she is not 8. Okay, fantastic, good. So that's a great way. So you can play songs or maybe the rhymes and stuff like that, and we also learn as well. Okay, so Sri Lekha, I don't know whether she wants to speak or else we will. She's busy, it seems. So we will leave her alone. So I think, yeah. So this comes to an end of this. And Shakti, what do you think about speaking, buddies? Will it help? See, saying is something different, right? But will you do it? Or you do it? Okay, okay. Okay. See, you both see, like you. There are so many participants who come who they are there in the English thing, but again, somewhere down the line, no, our courses are also very limited. So beyond that, we only have to put in our effort. So I'm sure, as you said, you both are saying, right. So I go to a lot of centers. They do really. I mentioned yesterday, they do well when the course is happening, and after that, right, they think that, as I said, it's a long haul. So this is what it is, and this is why we have a DTouch and various courses in English as well. So which will definitely help us, and which will definitely help us to career as well. So great to know Shakti and Manju, you both are doing, and so we will come back again tomorrow, and so we will carry on this particular journey. So you can play the lovely songs. I don't know. So where you are playing the songs from? Great songs. 2 numbers I listened. It was fabulous one. Shakti, where Spotify? Okay, okay. Fantastic. Okay. So see you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.